And here we have a beautiful looking leek. And you want to look inside because often they are very sandy and very dirty. So you want to wash these really well under cold water. Then you want to dry them off. And then you cut them up into just rings, if you're using this recipe. And once you do that, you put them in a pan. Now that was our first ingredient, leeks. Our second ingredient is butter. And we have 2 sticks of butter right in this pan that I melted and then added the leeks. Put the leeks in and you want to cook them until they are very, very creamy, just like that. You give that a little bit of salt and just a pinch of pepper because the leeks are they're very flavorful by themselves. And you could do this part ahead of time and then reheat the sauce. So that was 2 ingredients, leeks and butter. So we only have 3 ingredients left, so what can we do with them? So we have potatoes. Everyone has potatoes. And today we're going to make a potato and semolina gnocchi. So here I've already riced up some Yukon Gold potatoes. You want about 4 for this recipe, about 1 pound. And the best thing to do is to put them in the microwave. I very rarely use a microwave, but I like them for potatoes because if you boil the potato, you'll add too much water. And for gnocchi, you really need a dry potato. So here are our potatoes. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this now. And parsley. So that was 3, this is 4. So here we have some flat leaf Italian parsley. And you really want to mince that up well. And now we begin adding our semolina flour. So about a cup and a half. It's all in the hands. You're going to have to just go by feel and add as much of the semolina flour as the potatoes will take. You don't want to make them too dry. So once you have it in a ball like this, then you want to cut it up. And I think it's nice to work with small pieces at a time. So you take and just cut it up into pieces that are manageable. Set those aside, keep them covered, and work with 1 piece. Then you want to take a little flour on your hands, if you need to, and start rolling this under the palm of your hands. So you have a rope, and then you can cut these any width or length you want, and you can cook them just like that. Essentially, this is the lazy man's gnocchi. But if you really wanted to make it a little fancier, well, then you could do that on a fork by taking these and just rolling them very quickly off the fork from the towel and put them in salted boiling water. Remember, salt doesn't count. So far, we only have 5 ingredients. All right, so now you take these, fold the towel up, bring them, and place them in the water. Now, one thing I should tell you, I kept this as a secret because, you know, I've made a lot of these in my lifetime. But if you're unsure, if you've not had enough flour in the mixture, put 1 in the water first instead of dumping them all in. And if it holds together, well, then you know that you've got enough flour in there. If they disintegrate and fall apart, well, then you've got to add more flour. So we're going to let those cook now. So with a scoop, you want to take them out of the water. This is an easy way to do it. With a scoop, you take them right out, shake off all that excess water. Put them right there in that wonderful sauce that you just made. You know, this is a great dish for company because you can make the gnocchi ahead of time and cook them and then put them on a cookie sheet in the refrigerator with a little butter on them. And then at the very hour before you're ready to serve these, you could make the sauce. So there's the last one, and you see how nicely they all held together. So once you have them in the sauce, well, then you just mix it around with the leeks. I tell you, this is absolutely delicious.